is escalating swiftly and may attain a value between $1,650.00 and $2.90 by the conclusion of 2024. Anticipate a substantial financial decline. These assertions are not merely surprising, they are founded on a pivotal occurrence: the introduction of an XRP ETF. Consider BlackRock, a substantial financial institution that established a Bitcoin ETF that did very well, is currently leveraging its exemplary track record for XRP. BlackRock's foray into XRP is noteworthy due to the acceptance of practically all their ETF proposals. Nonetheless, BlackRock is not the sole company generating excitement. Another addition to the game is Grayscale, which has not only advocated for an XRP ETF, but has also incorporated XRP into its portfolio digital currency. This illustrates the increasing importance of XRP and Ripple Labs in the domain of international transactions. Money Side Fang is ready for an exceptional experience. Ensure you are adequately prepared and attentive, since entering the giveaway is really straightforward. Furthermore, please remember to include a code for the financial aspect in the comments area immediately, which is novel in the thrilling context. The current state of XRP: a thorough analysis of the data reveals that BlackRock possesses an exemplary track record in approving ETFs. The traditional banking industry's perception of digital currencies has undergone a substantial transformation due to BlackRock's foray into cryptocurrencies in Web3. BlackRock is the preeminent global asset management firm owing to its practically impeccable track record of approving ETFs. Exhibits their expertise in maneuvering within the financial sector. Note that BlackRock has an exceptional 99.8% approval rate for ETFs, establishing them as a formidable entity in the ETF sector. It is noteworthy that prominent financial institutions such as JP Morgan and BlackRock have not only contemplated XRP, but have also been actively acquiring its reports, including a recently published one asserts that these major firms have allocated more than 7.5% of their total assets to XRP. A recent meticulously researched study suggests that BlackRock may be redirecting its focus from Bitcoin to XRP, which would substantially change its financial allocations. This action signifies that XRP is increasing in prominence, which renders the likelihood of a BlackRock-backed XRP ETF has increased significantly. And the situation has become even more compelling with the introduction of a new participant in the XRP narrative. The existence of an XRP ETP whose creator remains unidentified represents a significant advancement toward an ETF. Reports suggest that it has been initiated but is now in the pre-release stage and lacks value. An announcement is imminent as discussions around the prospective introduction of an XRP ETF alongside the ETP are increasing. This concurrent release is not only logical, but also illustrates the swift progression of the ETF's development, since it may be launched within weeks following a Bitcoin ETF, especially considering Bitcoin's transition from XRP, valued from $0.00 to $43,000 before its ETF launch, possesses significant potential. Post-launch, its value may escalate to $1.65. The XRP ETP has already launched, and an XRP ETF. The financial industry has made the exchange product for XRP accessible to the public. This suggests that the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission is expected to authorize the initiation of an XRP ETF imminently. Yesterday, we covered a recently published piece that was derived from a leaked study from BlackRock, which stated, an XRP ETF may be forthcoming. This story disclosed that an ETF filing for XRP was forthcoming. A prominent BlackRock specialist publicly announced that a BlackRock ETF tailored for XRP would be launched. The ATTF report included a discussion on the iShares XRP Trust. Initially, I was uncertain about this matter. Nevertheless, upon conducting my own research, I confirmed its validity. It is accessible online in the Delaware Corporate Registry. A recent study has indicated a notable change in the cryptocurrency sector, with JP Morgan and BlackRock each acquiring over 7 shares of XRP. This recent development alters the landscape and suggests our proximity to a significant transformation in XRP's market position, maybe surpassing the changes saw with Bitcoin's ETF. 5 million XRP indicates that major corporations are engaging with cryptocurrency. BlackRock is establishing a benchmark by not only keeping a substantial quantity of XRP, but also employing the XRP system in their activities. Moreover, with the public introduction of an XRP ETF, there is a substantial likelihood that BlackRock will. The volatility of an XRP ETF cannot be overstated, which elucidates why the $9,831.00 valuation for XRP, initially perceived as elevated, becomes rational when one contemplates the forthcoming key events. Take a minute to contemplate the huge potential that XRP is establishing for itself, emerge as a prominent participant in global debt transactions. With the ISDA serving as the principal catalyst, $180 trillion, 0 cents to $1.30 quadrillion might traverse the XRP ledger. Furthermore, the BRICS nations, including Saudi Arabia, are incorporating the XRP ledger into their infrastructures, while the Republic of Palau is utilizing it for its development. Central bank issued digital money. The value of each XRP coin is likely to surge in this quintessential scenario of elevated volume, heightened demand, and restricted supply. This subject has garnered significant attention recently. Some individuals contend that my fervor for XRP is only an illusion. They may be accurate. Nevertheless, I wish to affirm my genuine desire to embrace this notion, opium. I firmly believe that hope sustains one, particularly during adverse circumstances when one is struggling to persevere. If you lack faith in hope and consider it mere wishful thinking, I have no issue with that perspective. Assist one another, I remind myself. As I inhale deeply, I form it into a large sphere and ignite it. It is exceptionally potent material. In a vacuum, anything less suggests that our presence serves to maintain equilibrium. In discussing good aspects, I appreciate the engaging nature of the conversations and the complexity of the viewpoints expressed, which stimulates cognitive effort. A valid observation was presented concerning organizations, and XRP does not necessitate acquisition by them. Additionally, you may, at least not as a fascinating concept, is it not? I contemplated the potential outcomes if XRP were exclusively acquired by the general populace. I conducted further investigation and inquired with ChatGPT regarding the daily transaction volume on the SWIFT system. The figure exceeded $7 trillion, 0 cents, encompassing worldwide trade while omitting the derivative sector valued in quadrillions of dollars. Non-fungible tokens for agreements examine the potential applications of XRP in non-fungible tokens, NFTs, or tokenized assets, such as real estate. Let us focus on international trade, the domain in which SWIFT functions. Divide 7 trillion by 2. What do you believe would happen if XRP